So you turn that whatever you want.
All right, welcome back to our afternoon broadcast here at Sioux City Community Schools. I'm Todd Strom, Superintendent. Joining me by Zoom meeting is Ashley Odell, our high school principal. And I know today was the first day of online learning for some of us, especially the high school students. I know the middle school staff and students are planning for some possible e-learning coming up next week. Just wanted to give Mrs. Odell a chance to talk about what she experienced as a principal throughout the day. Like, we know this is it's exciting, it's new, but there's also going to be some challenges and some questions. So if you're joining us and you were a student that was participating, please feel free to add some chat questions or comments and give us some feedback. And as always, you can contact your teacher or your high school principal also. So just welcome to Mrs. Odell, and if you could kind of talk a little bit about how our first day online went.
Yeah, it went remarkably well. I'm very grateful for our teachers and our students who've kind of taken the ball and run with this. We know that this is a huge shift that would take a long time if we had some better planning options here, but so I just want to say that we're really grateful for everybody that's pitched in and done what they need to do to get this up and running. Right now, very preliminary data shows that is a number that I can get behind right now. We are very, very thrilled with that turnout. It shows us that our students are interested. It shows us that we're communicating well. And it also gives us an idea of where we need to kind of dig in a little bit and make some further communication. So 75% of our kids are in, and we can get rolling with this. Yeah, very, very thrilled with that number. Again, our staff has done an amazing job of completing the work that we've asked them to do, and our students are responding well. So today, we're going to chalk up as a win.
All right, well, fantastic. Thanks a lot. And yes, congratulations to our staff on the preparation. I know they put in a ton of work the last couple of weeks and over the weekend getting ready for today, and so we'll continue to get better. Those of you that still have access problems, spread the word to your friends, your family. We don't want to allow that to happen. We want to help you. So if you need Wi-Fi access, if you're missing a link somewhere, or just need to have some help getting to those lessons, spread the word that school is going on. You're not coming to the building for it, but you need to get online, and spread the word to your friends that they're missing out. And let's all jump on there together, make it fun, and help each other out. One of the main questions the last few weeks has been regarding prom and graduation. And I know this weekend, Lance Swanson's here in the room with us too. He put together a connected call, an email that went across the district regarding that. That was a very tough, emotional decision for all of us. And I know Mrs. Odell was in the center of that decision. She and her staff, her administrative staff, the teachers, everyone involved, parents. We definitely are very proud of the way, especially our seniors, have reacted as leaders in this whole situation. We understand all of our lives have been changed by this, but you guys are experiencing an end to your senior year that no one else has ever experienced as a senior. And so we empathize with you, but we also appreciate how much stronger you've become as leaders through this whole process, and we appreciate that and applaud that. So with that, the prom, just the decision to cancel prom, it took us, first of all, many days to make that decision. There was a lot of voices in that decision, and it was made, for a few reasons, but overall based on the safety and health of our students, our community, our state, and our nation. And wanted to just give Mrs. Odell a chance to say a few words. I know that it was a tough decision, but if you could just talk a little bit about what went into that process, Mrs. Odell.
Sure. Again, I just want to echo what Mr. Strom said about it being a difficult decision. It's not a decision that we still feel good about. We can't feel good about canceling prom, but we do feel like it's in the best interest of students, staff, and the community. Nothing that we feel good about. Prom was late into the season anyway. We had a date picked out at the end of April, and so really it left us with about a week of a possible postponement date. That date, if we push that back any further, the feedback that we were getting from parents is that then that would impact their graduation party plans. And so it's also right now NSA has pushed out the date for activities to May 1st. If they continue, they would on May 1st. And so we knew that let's say NSA picks up with the activities. Now all of a sudden we're going to schedule darn near every activity would fall on that May 2nd date. So postponement wasn't a great option. I think we would run into probably more problems there. And so we thought that with people needing to know that the dresses and the tuxes become a large expense for families at this point. And so with the information that we had, we felt like it was in the best interest, knowing that nobody feels good about it, to cancel prom this year. But I do just want to send a message specifically to our seniors that we feel for you. This is not something that anybody wanted for you, to end your career like this and to not have that senior prom experience. If we would do just about anything to be able to give it to you, but again, I think that keeping you safe and keeping everybody around here safe is more important than a senior prom. But I please know that decision was not made lightly, and that we definitely are feeling for you now.
Thank you, Mrs. Odell. I wanted to speak a little bit about all the help and great effort we had again today with our lunch distribution, and also with elementary distribution of learning packets again today. Thank you to all our staff, our teachers, our support personnel, and our administrators for distributing those. Along with that, our motto, to be respectful of each other. But one of the things that we can do right now to be probably more respectful and also just health-wise, provide some etiquette for each other is social distancing. So don't feel offended. I know there's some staff members that are helping to enforce that. It is hard, especially in our profession of education, to distance yourself. We want to make contact. Maybe it's a simple handshake or even as much as a hug. We just can't do that anymore. So a message to our staff today, as I went around the districts, first of all, thank you. It was a great turnout of staff, and we were handing out packets. But to our students and parents, please do not feel offended if our staff are helping to stop the spread of the virus by social distancing. And also a message to our staff: social distance yourself. Do not put yourself in jeopardy. As you notice in this room, we have been for 2 weeks now, at least 6 foot apart, and we will continue to be that way. But as I went around the district today, I saw great effort and help by our employees, but I also saw people shoulder to shoulder or elbow to elbow. And I asked that our administrators and our directors help spread the word on that social distancing. And I know many of them did. So don't feel offended, and then help others help themselves. It's a new way of working and living, is providing that distance. I know it sometimes feels awkward when we go even to the grocery store or downtown, and you have to provide that distance, or ask somebody to please give you space and provide that boundary. do not, please do that while we're in the work setting, and that is much appreciated. But thank you for all the work today, all the people that joined in, distributing all the learning models we have going on. We have virtual learning going on. We have the packets being distributed yet. We have the great outreach for nutrition services. So thank you all for that. Tomorrow's an exciting day. Once again, same thing. We want everyone to participate, but we want to provide social distancing there also during the parade. The parade is from 1 to 2. Depending on which elementary school, middle school that you attend, they'll be going through your neighborhoods. And so, please show up for that between 1 to 2. If you can step outside your house, but please don't gather in large groups. Stay 6 foot apart from each other, or watch from inside your house.
Wave from the window.
Yeah, you can wave, post signs, whatever. Say hello to your favorite teacher with a sign, whatever you want to do. But that should be a fun event, and just know that on behalf of all of our employees, we miss all of you students. We miss the parents. We miss that interaction. I can speak for all the educators I know that are listening, and all the educators that are employed by South Sioux City. The number one reason we get into education is to be able to serve students and parents, and we're missing that right now, especially that interaction. So we're trying to reach out just to get a little bit of that back. So please join us tomorrow from 1 to 2. I don't have any other current topics, but are we getting any questions?
Yeah, we did have a question come in on our link that's on our COVID or coronavirus informational page. And they asked, I am not a resident of South Sioux City and didn't get the Connect Ed call. Can you fill us in as to the decision about graduation and prom?
Okay. The decision about graduation and prom. Do you want to speak to that, Mrs. Odell? Someone that's not.
I was having trouble hearing Lance.
Okay. It's someone that's not a student or a parent. They didn't get our Connect Ed call. They're just a community member that's listening.
Okay.
They just want an overview of what was decided on prom and graduation, if you want to speak to that.
Sure. Prom, we've decided that we need to cancel prom, given the reasons that we talked about earlier. Graduation right now is still as scheduled, and that it will be held at the Tyson Event Center if we are able to do that. If not, we will communicate a backup date, which we have identified. I'll pull up here. I don't have it off the top of my head. But we will communicate that backup date on May 1st.
I put a link to right on today's live chat, but it's also on our latest news, right on our homepage of our website. So, and I think that explains, it's easier to read that information and see, boom, we're going with the original date, but this is the alternative date, and we're going to make that decision by this date. And then the second alternative is going to be made by this date. I think it's really clear. It should allow for some planning, and I know that Ashley appreciates that, and I do too. It'll be just nice to know when we're going to make the decision and what the decision is going to be if we get to that point.
Yes, very good.
Yeah, the only thing that I would add is that is a big deal for us to make sure that we get our students. So if there's any way possible that we're having graduation, we're having graduation.
Yeah, and there was some discussion and thought, I know, Mrs. Odell, about having graduation be like an alternate venue or type of graduation, and the feedback from parents and staff and seniors was we wanted to keep the traditional graduation, but we're stretching out the dates, so hopefully it will be able to happen, but be later in the year. So that's our hope, keeping the faith.
All right. That's all the questions I've received. We got a let's talk, like I said earlier, about social distancing, and I think we've kind of answered that. And so I think we're pretty up to date there. I don't have anything more.
All right. Tracy Heilman, our Director of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment, has joined us too, but I know we talked earlier about the first day of online learning at the high school, and Mrs. Odell gave us a thumbs up on, she thought that about 75% of kids were involved, so that's good.
That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. So we'll continue to reach out.
Tell them to spread the word to their compadres.
Yeah. All right. Very good.
See you in the morning.
All right. You bet.
9 a.m.?
Yep, we're back on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So have a good night, everyone. Take care.